physical activity stuff like taking care of the house. Doing dishes is very simple, but like that's a physical activity though, right? Like I have some guys that are your age though, Carl, that can't put their arms above their head, right? And they can't put the dishes away. Not that they probably want to do the dishes, but like let's say you go on an airplane ride, right? Let's say you're going to, going on a trip, right? No grass. Hey, that's probably a good thing though. I mean, it's a little crazy. But like when someone goes to put a luggage away in the airplane, that's an embarrassing thing as a guy having to ask for help at, 50 something years old because you can't put your arms above your head. It's very crazy, but that's how some people, like, they have that oh shit moment, right? Usually people have that's the only way people change though, is when they have that moment, right? So that's why it's very important, to show that your kids that they don't need to take care of you, right? Like, I mean, I'm going to have to probably take care of my parents as they get older. I mean, it's like, but like my grandma, for example, comes in, she's like 86. She's 86 now, but she doesn't want anybody taking care of her, right? Like you don't want people to take care of you and be like debilitated. And, you want them to do their own thing. You want them to live their lives and not have to worry about you, right? And you want to be able to travel and use your money to travel, right? You've been working that hard, so we have to do these things to enjoy it, right? Like, even though it might, like, traveling might suck because your knees hurt, but we need to get to that point where we can do those things and spend our money, right? Like, it's such a crazy topic because, like, I have people in their 80s, they still move and they don't travel as much anymore, but some people got so much money they don't know what to do with it, right? And that's what happens as you get older though. You're expecting retirement, you saved up all this money for 30, 40, 50 years, right? So we got to be able to use that money, right? Like let's say you go to, you're working your ass off and you're working for 30, 40 years and you buy the Ferrari and you can't step into the Ferrari or get out of the Ferrari. Not that I'm a Ferrari guy, like I'm just saying if that's what you want as your goal. Even if you get to that goal, you might not be able to get in and out of it too. So that's why the strength training is really important though. Especially as you get older, strength training is even more important. But pain is going to hold you back from anything, right? So you just got to find yourself a trainer, maybe in Las Vegas or, maybe that's where I can help. That gets you moving, right? You got to get moving. And then once you get moving, you're going to feel better. And then once you start feeling better, you're like, damn, this actually isn't that bad. I can do the things I want to do, right? So that was a really long, elaborated, answer probably at that point, Carl. But I appreciate you actually getting in here, getting comments in the comment section below, asking some questions, right? I really appreciate that. Because then everybody else can hear me, and they can, I can help other people doing that stuff, right? So if you got any friends or family that, like this type of content, make sure you share with them, right, too, as well. I'm trying to help everybody with free health and wellness content. Because we help a lot of people out here, right? I work this morning, I don't do anything past 12 now. I try to save the time for us, right? Get the YouTube building and try to really push everybody to get uncomfortable. And like, I have to make myself uncomfortable. Like, I hate doing cardio. Cardio sucks, but I like doing the strength training stuff. So I'm a strength training junkie, right? But you can do strength training mixed in with cardio, but you can't do cardio with strength training. Like you can't run to the point where you're doing strength. It's just not possible unless you do sprinting. Sprinting's different. But we got to push ourselves in many different ways, but doing stuff safely is very tough, right? Like I basically teach people strength training, but it makes it safe for them. It makes it safe for them to do, because I have people with lower back pain and shit, it happens all the time. Shoulder problems, so many things, Carl. But there's hope. There's very much hope. 6 months, you got 6 months till July, man. It's a good amount of time. But, you might not rewrite everything, right? Maybe you'll lose the weight. Maybe you lose 20 to 30 pounds, right? You'll still be happy. But the thing is, we got to fit into that tuxedo, right? Depends what you're wearing. But we got to fit into that tuxedo. You got to look good. You want to change people's minds about you, right? You want to seem like you're healthy. You want to seem like you can take care of yourself, right? And you don't want to rely upon people. I don't know if you have a wife or kids, in the house still or anything like that, but or who cooks in the family. Carl, you can let me know who cooks in the family, and then that's a big factor too. Because cooking, some people don't know how to cook. Some people do not know how to cook, right?